Here we're being asked to find the nth term. So we're going to find the rule for the sequence from the sequence. So the first thing we're going to look for is what's the pattern here, what's going on. So it's 5, 9, 13, 17, 21. So it's going up in 4s every time. So the term to term rule is +4 every time. So if it's going up in 4s, we say it's 4n. So 4n is the 4 times table. It's 4 times 1, so I'll write 4n up here. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, and 12, 16, 20. So that's the 4 times table. So it's related to the 4 times table. This is like the 4 times table, but it isn't the 4 times table. What's the difference between these? What have we got to do to the 4 times table to get this sequence? So it's always 1 bigger than the 4 times table. So if we add 1 onto the 4 times table, 4n plus 1, that is our sequence. So the nth term is 4n plus 1. Okay, so here we've got 1, 9, 17, 25, 33. We're going to look at what's going on, what have we got to do every time. So it's +8 every time. So what goes up in 8s? It's the 8 times table, it's 8n. So 8n is the 8 times table, so 8, 16, 24, 32 and 40. The next question is what have we got to do to the 8 times table to get to our sequence? What happens? So 8 to 1, 16 to 9, what have we got to do? We've got to take away 7, so it's 7 less. It's always 7 less than the 8 times table, so it's 8n minus 7. 8n take away 7 creates our sequence. Okay, so this one's going down, so what have we got to do every time? It's take off 2, so -2 every time. -2 every time, so it's -2n this time. The -2 times table. 1 times -2, 2 times -2, 3, nope. 3 times -2, and so on. So what have we got to do to get from -2n, the -2 times table, up to our sequence? It's always 27 higher. So -2n, add on 27. Or we could write it that way round, -2n plus 27. Or we could write 27 minus 2n. Either one of those are right. Okay, here's some sequences for you to try. So pause the video, give them a go, and I'll put the answers up afterwards. Okay, so the first one is going up in 6s, so it's 6n. It actually is the 6 times table, so we don't have to do anything for 6n. The answer is just 6n by itself. Second one, we're going up in 5s, so it's the 5 times table, 5n. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. What have we got to do to the 5 times table to get our sequence? Take off 3. 3 less every time. 3 less every time. So take off 3. The next one, we're going up in 4s every time. So it's going to be 4n. That's 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. What have we got to do to the 4 times table to get this sequence? Add on 5. 5 more every time. So it's the 4 times table plus 5. 4n plus 5. This one's going down in 10s. -10 every time. So it's -10n. The -10 times table. -30, -40, -50. What have we got to do to get from -10n, this one at the top, to our sequence? Plus 60. 60 more every time. So plus 60. So here we've got -11, -9, -7, -5, -3. It's going up in 2 every time. It might look like it's going down, but -11 plus 2 is -9. -9 plus 2 is -7. So it's 2n. So we've got the 2 times table. 8, 10. What have we got to do to 2 to get to -11? What we've got to do to 4 to get to -9, we've got to take off 13 every time. So it's the 2 times table, take away 13 to get to our sequence.